Well, hello there, you awesome peoples. I go by Hooligan, and oh yeah, we about to do some Minecraft. And in the last episode, oh, we had so much fun. We built this awesome museum and put a couple exhibits in it, and went on adventures to get a whole bunch more stuff for more exhibits. We started our nature empire. We're calling it the Druid Nation, I think, something along those lines. And we have so much more work to do on it. We built a big, beautiful tree, some hobbit holes, some druid buildings, some elvish style buildings, and well, we have a whole lot more to do. What is up, my dudes? I hope everybody is having an absolutely beautiful day. I truly mean that. Now, we have survived officially 2,514 days in hardcore Minecraft, and we've built quite a bit of stuff. But we're not stopping. We're never stopping. Oh no, no, no. I have no idea what this world's going to look like at 10,000 days, 20,000 days, but eventually we're going to find out. Now, over here in our little Druid Empire, it's starting to look pretty cool. Over here, no, it's ugly. It's very ugly. We have a ton of work to get done. Before we get that started, though, we're going to go on a little journey. Actually, it's a journey we already did. Let me show you. We fired up a stream because we had our heart set on getting the rest of the collectibles from the desert area. So we made a portal 1,200 blocks away on the nether roof from our nether hub, which dropped us out about 10,000 blocks in the overworld. And we just were sitting vibing and just looking for temples, wells, anything else we could really find. Now we ended up getting pretty lucky. We found a couple pillager outposts, and we had the bright idea that we needed to repair our lights, so we were just going to fight a bunch of these guys to do it. Now I didn't realize how close they were going to come to killing me, being that there was like 1,000 of them. But you know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. It was actually pretty fun, and I survived just fine. Oh, did y'all hear that? Um, yeah, this temple just blew up. Now, we couldn't remember exactly which ones we still needed, but long story short, we hit up every well and desert that we could possibly find, and we tap out the entire desert. And we decide, you know what, we're going to make a link on the nether roof, and we're going to go back home. And, well, that's what we do. And, well, it worked out pretty well. Or did it? Or did it? We're going to be short 2. No, 1. That is really annoying. Short 1 sherd. Later on that night, we were determined, so we went back out on our mission, and along the way, we ended up finding some jungle temples, and oh, did we get so lucky. We ended up getting 8 of the armor trims. We don't even need to duplicate them, but that's not why we came out here. We wanted our sherd. Only 1 left, and it was really annoying. So 2 temples later, we find it. Yeah, we get a couple more of the prizes, and finally, that elusive sherd. Now, the last little bit of our journey is weirdly all about chicken eggs. I wanted a stack of each because I can't get these guys to spawn around home. And for these guys right here, I decided I wanted to put them in a little box and just AFK it for a minute and get at least a stack. Now, these guys did well for me, so I wanted to free them. And guess what happens? Yes, I almost just died because of chickens. Yeah, not a wither, not an ender dragon, chickens. Well, now that we're all caught up, what do we have on the menu for today? First and most importantly, we have to finish our druidic empire. Now, this whole area right here, it's pretty much done, up to about that point. This whole side over here is completely undone, including all this podzol right here, where I'm standing. All the way to the end of that lake. It needs to be terraformed and also done. And that is priority number 1. Priority number 2 is to bring our little tunnel right here and the road all the way to our town, as well as to our druidic empire over there. And if time allows us, we really need to finish the village of Hillcrest. Oh, we kind of just stopped right here, and once we built the quarry, didn't even build this bridge. It's just that. Anyways, we need to fill this area right here, do something with this, maybe just a lake right there to kind of cap everything off, and finish this town. But that's if time allows. What are you doing, B? Uh, that seems very buggy. What happens if I just... Okay. He really wanted in there. But the first thing we have to do is put all of this into the museum. Oh yes, we have all the shards from the desert wells and desert temples now. We never have to do another desert temple again, and I am very, very happy for that. All these templates are ready to go. These ones right here need to be duplicated. And I do not foresee any problems with diamonds as far as duplicating these templates. We also achieved the near impossible task of reaching Shulker 0. Oh yes, oh yes. This took a long time. Well, let's get these museum pieces in. How many diamonds will we end up with? That should do nicely, mostly because we have some villagers stashed right over there, and we're probably going to get an armorer just to give us the majority of our armor pieces for the museum. Alright, well, we still got quite a few diamonds left. We need 8 sets of diamond armor, so let's go give some villagers some jobs. What's up, dudes? Are you guys ready to get out of this hole yet? Alright, let's see who wants to cooperate. Any takers? Come on. Alright, we have 8 sets of diamond armor. Didn't have to spend a single diamond on them either. Yeah, just bought them from this dude. Yeah, you're a good villager. I'm gonna keep you, buddy. You're gonna go over with the weaponsmiths. Yeah. Anyways, let's go pick some colors and put these in the museum. And I'll move you guys in a little bit, I promise. But for right now, you're going back in the hole. We started pairing colors with what we thought fitted the best. Now, I could have done other trims with this as well, and the reason I didn't do those trims is because they all have something else that goes with them, whether it be a music disc, a banner, so on and so forth. So we'll put them in when we have the rest of those pieces. And we put our first trim in, as well as all the completed pots and the extra sherd for everything desert related. Oh, I don't even know if I ever want to go to a desert again, like ever. But I probably will. Yeah, I probably will. And we're going to enclose all of these in glass. I did this last season as well, and I just really like it. It's just what I wanted to do. I thought it came out pretty cool. And then we activate super speedy mode to just slap all the rest of the exhibits in. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. This museum is coming together. I can't wait till it's completed. We are absolutely falling in love with this museum. I know I've probably said that like 12 times by now, but you got to think, the amount of time it took to get everything we currently have in the museum is easily, and I mean easily, in the 20 to 30, maybe even 40 hours worth of work range. That's a lot. That's a lot. That doesn't even include building this thing. Yeah, and it's not even done. No, not even... Well, I guess it's technically close, but there's still quite a bit to do. Anyways, I don't even know what else to say. I love it. I can't wait till every single piece is in. Now, even though we have pretty much everything planned out for the rest of this entire museum, this right here is our music room. The discs that you get, mostly anyways, from having a skeleton kill a creeper. But I made it larger than it needs to be. Why? So if we need to, right here, if Minecraft adds any new rares, we can go right through here and add another small room. As long as they don't add like a ton at once. It'll work. It'll work. Let's go build some stuff. We got tons and tons of goodies all sorted out through shulkers, and we are ready to go. Let's get to work. Now, we have a whole lot of other stuff planned for this episode, so we can't play around. No. I mean, I guess technically we're playing around. We're playing a video game. But anyways, we are in it to win it. Oh, we have elven houses to build. We have hobbit holes to build. We have tons of decorations to put in this druidic empire. And, well, so we pump a whole bunch of caffeine in our brain, and we get to work. We now have the Druidic Nation. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think I'm willing to call it probably done. Will some stuff be added to this later? I don't know, but I think it's pretty complete right now. I am loving these just cute little, some of them are like traditional hobbit holes, and other ones are just kind of houses built into the side of cliffs. Either way, I love them. And this little secluded area back here is probably my favorite build, even though it's so simple. I don't know why, I just really like the idea of it being back here. I would love to live back here. And this right here is kind of where we're stopping the town. Then we're going to put trees right there and right there. And our path is going to go through this valley of trees here all the way back to our starter town, to the town of Hillcrest. It's going to be a lot of work, so I'm going to have to terraform the crap out of that. There we go. That's better. These trees right here really give a definite answer of where the entrance to the town is. Now, as far as right here, if I'm going to do anything, I may put a little arch right there. I don't know yet, because I'm kind of thinking of a big like nature wall right there to kind of really like seal the nation off from the rest of the world. But I'm not doing that right now. No, because before we do this path, one, I'm not ready to be dodging creepers as I go through this death trap because there are caves everywhere. Two, I want to work on the town of Hillcrest over that way. You know, our starter town. Why? So we have a definitive place where we can link up these roads. And it needs to be done. I've been procrastinating on it for like so many episodes. It needs to be done. And it's going to be cool. So we're going right back to building. Don't worry, I got a little adventure planned later. Now, we have a whole lot of work still to do, and after today, we'll be losing our tree chopping spot. So we decided to get one more use out of it before it's gone forever. We'll have to find a new spot. Now, I have said it many times before, but I kind of just do everything on the fly. I don't really plan much stuff out. But often to give myself a little bit of help, I will make one large area just to work around. And that's what we're doing with this lake. This is going to frame out the rest of our town and storage house area. And then we can work around it. Now, honestly, a lot of it's going to be forest because I don't want too many more buildings going in this area. But by the time we're done with this build, because this might run over into the next episode, I'm not really sure yet. We want everything around this lake, including our town, including the storage house, to all be complete. We don't want any big blank fields or anything like that. So we start decorating up our little lake here and planning out what we want to do forward. Well, of course, we know we want to make a path going all the way to the tunnel going over to the factory. And that's what we do. And we kind of want this a little elevated running along a forest. There's not any forest there right now because I just deleted it all, but I'll be planting that all back. And when it grows in, it should look really cool and kind of fill the area in. And we just start working our path towards the tunnel. And it's going to eventually branch off to the nature empire. Yep, pretty cool. Being that we're working with roads, we went and grabbed Trigger. It just seemed fitting. Now here's what we have planned. Right there, that's the tunnel over to our factory and our museum. And we have our roads partially plotted out. Unfortunately, the road going that way, it's going to go right through our original camp. So, as sad as it is, the OG camp's going to have to go. Because I got big plans for this area. I want to actually make a very, very dense fantasy medieval kingdom in this area. With big gates on either side of the valley. But that is for quite a while from now. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Right now, we just want to get a path through it. And I started planting saplings anywhere we didn't really want anything to go. Because, well, we deforested this pretty good, but we always knew we were going to replant something. We're going to leave this alone for right now because we don't know how deep we want the kingdom to go. But as far as right here, we do know what we want to go right here. We want a little pond right here. It was a lava lake. We already dug up all the obsidian. Might as well turn it into a little pond right along the path. And over here, I want there to be a couple farmhouses with a bunch of farmland just surrounding this area right here, just framing everything in. Almost like it's the main wheat source of the future kingdom that's going to go right there. Because generally, when you have a big castle with a city around it, or something like that, you would have farms on the outskirts of it. And the path just goes along to right here, which this is just going to regrow. I don't want to put anything right here. Man, we still have some more stuff growing through here too. Right here, though, I want there to be like a little rest stop, a little campsite, just along the path. I think that would be pretty cool. Just kind of framed in this little half circle right here. That'd be pretty neat. Now, right outside the town here, for our main path in, I do want there to be a building. I just don't know what yet. I don't know what. I'm thinking like a little tavern. It would make sense as you come into the town. Also, down here, and I want something to go down here too. I'm thinking like a little dock area. It already leads up to the main town anyways. It would be accessible to the rest of the town. It sounds like a pretty good idea. And it wouldn't be too big because I don't want to just cover the lake up. I want it to be like it makes sense to be there. Now, one of the last little bits of our city here that really just does not work for me is this big hill right next to where we want the entrance to the town to be. Now, I'm thinking we could terraform that back with a beacon a bit, put something right here, I don't know what, and that would really kind of finish the town off as far as the entrance goes. But I don't think I'm doing that in this one because I already got enough stuff planned. And of course we got a bridge to finish, a quarry to finish. That should be pretty easy actually. 2 little houses to put down here. I don't know what kind yet. I think it was like little fishing houses or something. And we'll be losing our tree chopping area because I'm tired of looking at this blank space here. Probably a bunch of forest over there, honestly. I don't think I want too many buildings because I want to move on to other builds. But right here needs something. We'll figure out what it is. I have a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of stuff to do. I should probably just get to doing it. We finally get to putting our finishing touches on our starter town, the town of Hillcrest. And, well, as we start everything kind of sucks. Yeah, I started off with this bridge here, and I really hated it. I don't know why I made it so big, and I said, no, that is just not going to work. So we tear the top down, and we make it a bit smaller. It didn't make sense that big of a bridge would be right there. It was just dumb. Absolutely dumb. And then we make up this cute little dock area. And just a little basic house, nothing crazy. I think it really ends up resembling a fishing house, which is really what I wanted it to be, like what it's supposed to be, like almost like a little boat keeper's house or something along those lines. And I thought it came up pretty cool. I don't know. And then we move on to our little quarry area of the city, of the town. And, well, this little house we're building right here to house some minecart systems and whatnot, it's really ugly. It's going to magically change in just a second. Why? Definitely not because I forgot to record changing it. I did the whole thing. I'm just like, oh yeah, I should probably record that because I'm super duper smart. Yeah. Oh, well, it is what it is. Anyways, we wanted a whole bunch of little minecart systems going into different little cave areas where they're potentially digging for ores and various other materials to build the rest of the city or even expand their kingdom. Because I envision this little town here is probably working for the Iron Keep. At least that's the way it works in my brain. Anyways, we start getting our little work platform set up, and we want a couple different little minecarts going different ways, and this right here is like a little chute that brings rock down where it can be processed by other workers to be shipped off to wherever it's going to go. And all in all, I think everything came out pretty cool. Does it need a few more details? I don't know. Maybe, but I think I'm willing to call it done. And I wanted 2 houses right here that represent the workers of the quarry. Now, bear with me, dudes. I promise you, it's all going to work. Just trust your dude. Trust your dude. Anyways, we whip up a little bright house right there, and then we whip up a little hobbit hole. And I really like this hobbit hole because we just built that nature empire, and I like to think this is where the ambassador from that kingdom comes to trade and share relations with the rest of the kingdoms. I don't know. In my brain, it made a lot of sense. Whatever. Anyways, so then we get to whipping up some farmland just because we want to frame everything out. And we do get rid of a whole lot of the greenery. Oh my gosh, we had so much greenery. I kind of went overboard with it. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Bet you didn't know that. Now, I just said that we've been using way too much greenery. So what do? We terraform this area and plant a giant green forest. Yeah. Just trust me, it'll make sense. So what this is doing right here is we're making a path going down to our new dock, our second dock, as well as a path to something else. Now, that something else we'll get to in just a minute, and it's going to be really cool. But this second dock here, I wanted 2 houses on it. One, just a simple brown building with a red roof, and the other one I wanted to go a little bit heavier with the gradient, with the shading, using dripstone. You'll see that in just a second. And all in all, I think it came out pretty cool. It definitely feels like it fits the area. I wanted a little awning on this one as well, with like a little balcony. I don't know why, I just thought it came out cool. For this last little section to the north side of our town, we're just planting 6 stacks of trees and making a path. I don't really know what else to say besides that. Trees and path. But then we make the most important discovery that has ever happened in Minecraft. Ever. And I mean ever. Alright, my dudes, we stopped with the forest right here because, well, we have yet another build that we're planning for later that I want to go right here. And I want it to be a big, evil-looking prison for all the hostile mobs in the game. Yeah, pillagers, all the dangerous baddies, everything. Hoglins, ravagers, everything in this big, big evil prison. But more importantly, we just discovered something amazing. So I was just covering up the holes in this little area so we could build here later and lighten it up so we don't have mobs making noises. And what did we find? That. Yeah, we started killing the mobs down here so they don't mess with our mob cap. But every chicken we find, we check them to see if they're Dave. And guess what? That's Dave. We need to initiate Operation Chicken Rescue. Yeah, or Operation 12-Piece Bucket? Whatever. One way or another, we need to get Dave safely back home and reunite him with Lil Nug. And he made it quite the distance. But yeah. Huh. Hey, Snowflake. So I found Dave. Yeah. Sorry for accusing you of eating him. I knew you didn't do it the whole time, buddy. I knew it. I got a surprise for you in just a minute, buddy. Assuming there's no creepers down here ready to blow me up, we can bring our man, our soldier, right through this little hill right here, out into the water, and bring him home. Oh, buddy, I missed you. You guys, though? Sorry, you're gonna have to go. You don't need them, Dave, okay? I know for a fact they was talking crap behind your back. Come on, let's get home. Oh, look at those wings flap. He's so happy to be rescued. Yeah, see all this stuff, buddy? We've done a lot of stuff since you've been gone. So we kind of thought you were gone forever, buddy. Yeah, we had a whole funeral and everything. Doesn't seem fitting now, though. We might have to build you and Little Nug a little house. Who? Oh, you don't know? So you got a son, dude. Yeah, take a minute. Yeah, take it in. You ready to meet him? All right, come on. So, Lil Nug, I found your pops, bro. Yeah. Don't be shy. Say hi. I know it wasn't his fault. He fell down into, I don't know, some ravine or something. Yeah, go on. Where you going, bro? Dude, come on. It's not that awkward. Come on. You guys sit here. Get to know each other a little bit. I'm going to make you a little house later. All right? All right. Stay out of holes, dude. We filled up that hole, and now we have a big spot for a big grand prison. But that's not for right now. No. But it's just another thing on the list. What all do we have on the list? We have the prison. We have the Babylonian Empire. We have the Nordic Empire. We have a labyrinth. We have a big sawmill warehouse type thing. And probably like 60 other builds that are just stacking up. But we also are completing some of them. Like, I really feel like our town here is really coming together. Like, I don't really know what else we really need to do to it. I think maybe one more little thing right there, and we are absolutely done. And of course, finishing the little paths going that way. Now, technically, we still have this river to finish, but that's part of another build, actually. That is going to run all the way over to our future zoo. Now, speaking of future zoo, I want to take a little break from the building, and I want to go get a few mobs for that zoo. Now, so far for the zoo, we have our 2 pandas right here. We have our armadillo right here, and another one over there. Why they're in 2 different places, I don't know. That's just kind of where I put them. We got our camels in the stables right there. And over here at the site that we have to terraform for the zoo, we have our 2 foxes, Shifty and Shady. Some random zombified piglins. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with them. We have our 4 skeleton horses. A pretty underrated mount, honestly. At least for funsies. I mean, if you haven't walked on the bottom of the ocean with a skeleton horse and some water breathing, you ain't lived. Try it out. Apparently we have more zombified piglins than we thought we had. I guess there were several thunderstorms when I was down in my little key farming area for the trial chambers. Well, whatever. Right now, I want to go see if I can't find all the cold biome mobs. It shouldn't be too hard, actually, because we got some ice right over there. Should be able to snatch up 2 polar bears, super duper easy, and maybe find one of the Arctic foxes. We can get goats from maybe that hill or that hill. What else is in the cold? We'll figure that in a minute. Let's go see what we can find. And our creeper farm is definitely going to be on the list of things that need to be revamped really soon. Hey, trader, what do you have? I want those mini barrels. Do I have the stuff to get it? Thanks, buddy. Alright, so the polar bears are a no-brainer. Super, super close, super, super easy. I want to see if I can't find the foxes. So can we find another cold biome connected to this? I don't think I've went much farther west than this, actually. Or at all. Okay, that's a snowy taiga. We should be able to find some Arctic foxes in there. Also, that's a grove. I need to be careful of that. We got one sleeping right there. I got you, buddy. Where's your friend at? You got a friend? Alright, got him. Now, can I get them out of here without them going into the snow? Alright, cool. We made it through. They should be pretty safe. But I don't know if those polar bears will try to eat them. I don't want to find out. Oh no, the polar bear it wants to eat them. Come on, buddies. I'll save you. I'll save you. That was close, my dudes. I don't know if he wanted to eat me or you guys. One way or another, it wasn't happening, though. Well, we know that for future reference. Oh yeah, those polar bears definitely want to eat those foxes. How do I get my lead back from him? I don't know. Now, I don't know if these guys can despawn or not, but just to be sure, we're going to name them Sammy and Max. And let's close these guys in. That way the polar bears we bring back don't eat them. I don't see any cubs, so these guys shouldn't be hostile to me. Hey, dudes, you want to come live in my zoo? You don't want to eat me, right? Hey, come on. These guys' swimming animation always makes me laugh. Every time. Hopefully they don't attack other mobs like my horsies right there. And we'll go with Fluffy. And Brutus. Now, as far as the rest of the cold biome mobs, we have chicken eggs, so we don't have to worry about that. And the pig and the cow, oh, I don't even know where I'm going to get those yet. I think I'm going to have to do something about the mob cat before I can even get those to spawn close. But we can get our goats right there, I think. Let's go find out. I bet you can't guess what the theme of the next episode is going to be. There's our goat friends. We need to get them in a boat, though. All right, cool. Now we should be able to just fly these guys over to the future zoo. because we're already 200 blocks up. Ah, Minecraft. Just flying goats in a boat. Wouldn't it have been hilarious if they landed in with the polar bears and they just got eaten? Well, I'm sure every single person has guessed it, but the whole idea for the next episode, it's going to be the start of the zoo. I have a big grand plan for it, and I'm excited to get started on it. Of course, that won't be the only thing we're doing next episode, because I go off the rails every single one. Anyways, let's finish up our project, as we are running out of time. We have a few things left to do, and for once, we're not going to leave things unfinished. Now, of course, we have our roads to finish, but we have one more little quaint build that we want to do, as well as a new farm. Well, it's not a new farm. Technically, we've already built 2 of them. It's a floor shifter, but this one is going to be in this flower forest, which will give us access to all the flowers except for the swamp flowers, and of course the eye blossoms. But I'm going to put it right up on this hill. I didn't even know this was a flower forest, honestly, but it is. And our castle keeps right there. Our town's right there. So we're going to make a cool little build and probably path it down to right there, because our wall is eventually going to come right through and around here. But once we have access to this, we'll have tons of seeds and tons of flowers for the rest of the builds we are going to be doing in the future. So let's get to this. At almost 2,730 days, this episode has been a long journey. But the result, I love it. Oh, I'm vibing. I want to know, who's vibing with this? Who hates it? I want to know both things. And the task of building these roads all the way connecting our kingdoms, it took forever. It took forever. We did find something, though. When we were building right here, we got attacked by a zombie. And didn't really make any sense to us at the time. But there is a zombie spawner right here, very, very close to the entrance of this little tiny cave. Will I ever use that spawner? Probably not, because we also have one right in here. Yeah, that's from episode 1. Honestly, I probably won't ever use either of them. I might build them just to say I have them, but I don't need a zombie spawner. I got other better ways to get experience and whatnot. Now, the pathing through here, plus this little temporary bridge, it'll probably be changed later. Why? Because I had mentioned before that I want a dense medieval city to be in this valley. Not set in stone, but that's pretty much what I'm planning. And that's for later, though. But I still wanted a path just connecting everything up. And those farmhouses right there in the farmland, that'll probably come in the intro of the next one. Oh my gosh. You know what? Now that it's all completed, huge difference. Huge difference. Oh my gosh. Still need to do that though. But I'm going to combine that with this river project here and this terraforming over here. And at that point, I want to wrap it around right here, some little build right here, and then I'm calling this whole town done for realsies this time. Yeah, but you know what? This is going to be part of the zoo build anyways. Speaking of the zoo, that's going to be a build going over many episodes. Collect mobs, couple mobs an episode or on a stream. That's not going to be the entire episode, or not going to be the entire build of one episode. So I need to decide, what do I want to build next? And I kind of wanted to ask you dudes, what do you think? We got a Nordic empire we could start on. We have a ocean empire we could start on. We have so many. The Babylonian empire's all the way up in the desert, about 6,000 blocks to the north. That's still an option though. But Swamp Empire, I want to know, what would you guys like to see me do? I don't know. Give me something crazy. It's got to be fantasy medieval themed though, or historical. Some type of historical ancient civilization. That's kind of my vibe. But I want something just to try to challenge myself. I want to do some different color palettes and whatnot. So if you guys got any suggestions or something you'd like to see, let me know. And then our just tiny little, kind of came out pretty cool, little stone house. Of course, housing. Our flower floor shifter. And we will be decorating this building up and putting some barrels and whatnot in here, because we're going to need to store a whole lot of stuff, because this thing works fast. Let me show you. Just flick this lever here. Yeah, that inventory is going to get full real quick. I'm going to need a composter in here, an auto composter, and definitely some barrels. And I might as well make it look cool while I'm doing it anyways. This is actually pretty concealable, being that it's a tiny little area. This will be a little work access right here. And now that we have pretty much infinite seeds and infinite flowers, we're looking good on both those aspects. Because I love building fields, and I'm always running out of seeds. But all in all, this world is really starting to feel like home more than any world I have ever done. Whether it be in these series or single player just by myself, it feels like I truly do live here. And I am so happy about it. But anyways, that's about all I got for this one. I gotta get to the next episode. Yeah. Good news is the family went on vacation, so I got 4 straight days that I can work hard, no interruptions. So I'm hoping to get the next one out real soon. But until then, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. It makes me so happy reading comments and just knowing that people, at least somebody out there, enjoys this. I hope you all truly have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, dudes.